Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/zip. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ziprecruiter.com/zip. That's ziprecruiter.com/zip. ziprecruiter.com/zip.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ12. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ12 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
If I had AI to do that for me, to just give me the best resume, host a call, and they just talk to a bot and they say, this is a good guy, this is a bad person, based on communication skills, based on the resume, based on the personality, based on punctuality, even down to the fact that were they on time for the Zoom meeting, were they at the Zoom meeting 3 minutes after, or were they in that call 3 minutes earlier? All these little things as you're scaling the company are very important. Yeah. And I think Octaply can be the indicator. I think Octaply is going to be more than just a job application tool and a job assistant bot. I see us working with Fortune 1000, Fortune 500, and even Fortune 5000 companies, even the smaller companies, to where we can come in and we can integrate AI to automate that integration process, automate that education process, automate that onboarding process, because some of these companies are still spending billions of dollars on a manual, archaic, outdated onboarding system, optimization and systems process with the way they work with their employees, with the way they work with their staff.
Yo, I am incredibly excited about this interview. Not gonna lie, this actually is the interview I'm most excited about doing on Tech as a New Black so far, and I hope that this blesses, educates y'all, inspires y'all, even beyond anything that we've done so far. Because of course with Tech as a New Black, we talk about breaking into tech, scaling in tech, starting your own tech business. Now, people know my story, at least the majority of it, is that I did break into the tech industry, and I was able to scale in the tech industry, able to show people how to make more money significantly faster than most people are able to do in this industry, whether we're talking about job hopping or we're talking about growing your skill set so that way you're able to be paid more based off of your knowledge and experience versus your tenure in the industry, whether we're talking about growing your brand, getting brand deals, all of those different things. But of course, the last component that we speak about is starting your own tech business. Now, y'all, I have an incredibly special guest that's on here that you all are already familiar with, TorI Porter, who we've interviewed before. But now I have him on here, not just as a founder, but on here discussing his new AI company that I am blessed and honored to say that I'm a co-founder of, which is Octaply.ai. TorI, bro, welcome again to Tech as a New Black.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's so wild because I talked about before how when you were on before, like we were getting to know each other. And it's like now, like we've hung out, we've kicked it, you know, in Miami and Atlanta. I'm gonna be in DR with you sometime soon.
Outside. And
we've gotten to work together. But now, man, now we're working on something that we both know and believe is gonna transform the world, and is really going to like transform the world in a way where it's not just something that's cool, but it's something that really truly will be beneficial to people in the world today, which is Octaply. So, bro, we can go ahead and just jump straight into it, man. So just to hear from you, what is Octaply.ai?
Octaply.ai is a tool that actually automates and makes the job application process more autonomous. Kind kind of within using the resources that we had with Validify and Ventology, I was sitting one day and that's when I called you.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, bro, like, what if we could use AI to assist with applying for tech jobs? You know, I knew the biggest thing was you getting to the idea of entering tech with no experience.
Yeah.
And, you know, even when it came to the boot camps, that still somewhat is a form of experience. Because you actually have the capital to get the boot camp, you have to take the boot camp, and then after the boot camp, apply for the job. So I said, you know, I thought back on the process of you were telling me that you really don't have to have some experience or even a boot camp or certification to join some of these jobs. So nonetheless, I came up with the idea of Octaply by using a AI-powered engine that can actually apply for the jobs, assist with the job onboarding, assist with the job communication, assist with any third-party tools that are in assistance with that job, responding to those emails, the scheduler. It's an all-in-one recruiter, job application coach, job coach, career coach, all in one.
Yeah. And y'all are hearing it, those that are listening, those that are watching, like y'all are really seeing this at its introduction. And that's why I'm very excited for y'all to be along this journey with everything we're doing with Octaply. Part of the picture, the way that I usually explain Octaply to people, I say, hey, it's an AI staffing and career assistant. And it's like, it literally does all the work. And simply put, I say it does all the work it takes for you to get the job up until you just interviewing. That's it. So it removes the work that you have to do, like all of just kind of the laborious work of people having to apply to the jobs, them looking up the companies, them having to fix their resume up, structure their resume, reach out to the recruiter, adjust their cover letter, you know, make sure that they're following up with their emails to see if they've been accepted for an interview, schedule the interview. And Octaply does all of that and then some. And it's like, man, it's so phenomenal what it is that it does. So yeah, when you reached out to me about it, it was like, I've honestly never heard anything that just made more sense to me because yeah, like you said, everything we do at Tech is the New Black, everything that I do just myself individually is about helping people get into this industry. And the number one bottleneck is people having to do all of that work that it takes for them. The job. And it's like, man, the fact that Octaply, even there are some people that already have like qualifications and skills to where they have transferable skills already. But it's like, again, they have to do all the, like one of the things. But
even the transferable skill, you know, having that is just saying that the skill's within me, but getting that skill out there. And I feel like with when we're talking about the barrier of entry and the way the world is now, I don't see it as a roadblock to automate that process, because if your resume is a reflection of you and the reflection of you needs to be output to the world, why not speed that process up?
Yeah, no, exactly. It makes perfect sense, especially because one of the downsides that people see in this industry or this space in general today, or just trying to get a job, is that more often than not, the reason why people aren't getting jobs, even if they have a good resume, even if they have like experience, is that software is the thing that's denying them, because most people don't know that it's actually software that's looking at resumes and not people. So the issue with that is you could be very qualified for something, whether you've done a boot camp, whether you went to college, or whether you have like very high transferable skills.
The algorithm pushes you at the bottom.
Exactly. It's not even an individual person looking at your resume anymore. Now there are company software that's scanning the resumes, and it's software that, because your resume isn't like in the proper order, or because it doesn't have the proper keywords on there, software will deny you for an interview. And that's why more often than not, that's the reason why people are missing out on opportunities. And that's one of the things that I love about Octaply, is that it individually it finds individual companies that it determines that you are a perfect candidate for. And it looks at the keywords of the job description and it reformats the keywords on your resume, so that way your resume ranks higher and you're a better candidate.
Instead of you going to the job can come to you.
Exactly.
So it takes your initial resume, restructures it in general, just to make it better, more aesthetically pleasing, the proper keywords, the proper structure, the proper grammar. It does all of these things. And then from there, because what most of us do, we get our resume and then we just apply, and it's like hit or miss. Yeah. Instead of saying, okay, instead of me applying for the job, let's find the jobs that can be applied to me.
Yes.
And then once that is done, it's reiterated based on each individual job. And then from there, it scales out to see what is the best method of which job may or may not work based upon the iteration of their resume. So, I kind of saw the value in that, because, the biggest thing is when you are getting a job, or you're looking for a career, or even if you're looking for some short-term, part-time, long-term work, whatever it may be, you're spending all this time trying to acquisition the job when you're not doing the things that make the job acquisition you.
Yeah, man, I love it so much. I mean, as y'all can see, like I'm a super fan of what it is we're doing with Octaply. I mean, y'all already know this has already been something I've been passionate about. The whole foundation of Tech is the New Black is built off of this. And so what Octaply is doing and us being a part of this is something that is, honestly, there's nothing else I'm more excited about than like Octaply and like Tech is the New Black being a part of it. So, bro, I mean, I'm just straight up thank you, man, for allowing me to be a part of this and us building this, dude.
We're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done.
I'm super excited. Bro, so with that, let's get a little techie. We're gonna get a little techie on y'all. So let's talk about, man, the tech stack of Octaply and also the machine learning. So what is it built? What is it built on?
So
how is it created? All of that?
Secret Dexter's laboratory reasons, I'm gonna hold some pieces out.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
We might have some people trying to connect the dots.
Exactly.
But it's a mix of Python, if we're talking about like the actual environment where the code or the language of the code, a mix of the AutoGPT AI API, sorry, and a few other third-party tools that we've been working on that we've been kind of keeping to ourselves. And then in regards to the way we have everything built out, we have them all built into their own separate APIs to communicate with each other, so things are easier.
Yeah. One of the things that I've seen a lot, people are thinking that this is something that's entirely new. Obviously, Octaply is new, but many people that don't understand that Octaply is built on and integrated, or specifically the AI and the machine learning is built on and integrated into software that you've actually been working on for about 3 years now.
And then even to touch on that, before we even get to that piece, when it comes to the AI parenting and machine learning, when I first met you and we were talking about a mix of AI parenting and AI, is that, just to be very clear, this is true AI. There are a lot of products that are being advertised that there's AI and they're not AI.
Yeah.
Like, create your copy for you, and it's not even connected to a live data repository. It's not storing any data. It's just taking a bunch of algorithms and pieces and bringing them together and just blasting out a bunch of random copy pieces, for example, which is a mix of maybe like, partial AI and machine learning, or when you have a tool that automates a task for you, like automatically posting thing, or a posting scheduler where they're like, automate your Instagram post with AI, and it's not real AI. But nonetheless, so I don't get into a tangent about that, is that Octaply is true AI and a mix of machine learning and AI parenting, where AI parenting is you teach the AI so the AI can learn on its own, and then the AI is where it's fully autonomous artificial intelligence, where it thinks and it creates the reiterations and it does these haptics and it does these changes for itself. And then when it comes to the machine learning is just repetitive steps. So it's a machine doing the same tasks of A, B, and C, 1, 2, and 3 every time for a specific task or a specific set of tasks. So when it comes to Octaply, from what we've been working on, uses true AI technology with the house and the base of the AutoGPT or the ChatGPT based structure, which makes the product so valuable.
Man, I'm happy you touched on that, because the next question I was going to lead into, but we already addressed that, was like, how is Octaply different from, because I've had some people be like, I know this kind of company that kind of does something similar, and it's like, no, like they're just using just
machine learning.
Yeah.
They're literally just taking your current resume and then just blasting it out. That's just automations. If you're a Zapier specialist, you can literally go to Zapier and automate those triggers. With Octaply, it is truly reading that resume, taking the data bank of the things we've taught it, which is the AI parenting, and actually applying the things that need to be done to redistribute or reiterate that resume. Then it's going to look for the jobs based on the current resume and also the reiterated version of the resume and bringing it back. And then from there, it's applying for the job and it's connected to your calendar. So when you are getting that job interview, it's done its own research on the job. It's already prepared to coach you on the job, prepared to lead you on how you need to go into the job. So when you go to war, you need your weapons, you need your tools.
Yeah.
It's giving you all the tools and weapons you need to successfully close that interview. And then post-interview, you have that bot that understands your job model. It's reading through your emails. It's looking through your calendar, because even from I've learned just the bottlenecks of being in tech is the constant emails, the constant meetings, the constant bookings, the constant, like just the whole structure of your day, where, I've heard people brag like, I have a job and I'm making X amount of dollars a year and only spend 3 hours on my computer. And then there are the other people that are spending 8 to 10 hours of work in the computer and doing 3 to 4 hours of Zoom calls, every other day, if not every day. So our AI tool is automating that process. And also, not only that, imagine when you house those Zoom calls, you house those Google Meet calls, you house those Skype calls, you house all those third-party chat calls, and that AI is also there to coach you before the meeting, during the meeting, and after the meeting. These are all the things that the AI bot is actually able to do to ensure you that you can be successful with not only getting the job, securing the job, but the biggest piece to my understanding in tech, even though being an entrepreneur, but I've worked jobs before, is productivity, efficiency. The more efficient you are, the more productive you are. When this AI learns, okay, you use Slack for this, you use Google Teams for this, you use Azure for this, you use DigitalOcean for this. It understands these tools and your daily work life, your weekly work life, your monthly work life, your quarterly work life, and then readjusting what needs to be done within that job to coach you on how to be more optimized in your career. These are all the things that Octaply will do. So not only are you getting the recruiter in one, you're getting the job specialist in one, you're getting the coach in one, you're getting the strategist in one, so you can be more efficient in your job. So now, because I'm talking pre-boot camp for the people that can't afford the $2,000, $3,000 boot camps. Yes, $300, $400 boot camps. They're effective, they're efficient, but it still takes the time of the application.
Exactly.
So imagine before you even take the boot camp, before you even take the job, filling out something, finding you the job with no experience, you've secured the job, and now you have the capital because you have the job to go and get that high ticket boot camp, to go get that high ticket salary, and then the AI is there along with you the whole journey. And it can never forget, it can never be biased, it can never be judgmental. It's there for the benefit of you because it's built to do what you want it to do, which is listen to you and make you successful.
Hey y'all, we have some incredible news that I'm super excited about to finally announce our private tech community. Yes, you heard that right. A private tech community exclusively for you all who want more than just the podcast. You want more than just the FAQs. You want to talk with tech recruiters. You want to talk with hiring managers. You want to talk with coaches. You want to talk with people that can help with editing and rewriting your resume. Maybe you're somebody where you just want to be a part of a community where we're talking about updates of what's happening in the software industry. Y'all, this community that we've launched is also going to involve a Discord where we're going to be talking about updates in tech. We're going to be talking about companies that are hiring. We're going to be talking about upcoming tech events. So that way you don't have to miss any of the gems that I know, but not even just what I know, but the gems that friends of mine that are also in the tech industry know as well. So if you want to be a part of that community, go ahead and sign up so that way you can join us. We have a few different tiers. Ultimately, it's all tuned in for you. Oh, and last thing, also within this community, we're going to be streaming all of our interviews with our podcast guests. So instead of you having to wait months to watch the videos later on, you'll actually be able to watch the interviews in real time and ask your live questions to those guests. So make sure you join our tech community. Man,
that was a mouthful.
It's bars though. And I mean, let us know in the comments, like just what y'all think about Octaply. And also the questions that you have for it as well. So, bro, what do you see in the foreseeable future in terms of how you believe Octaply is going to transform the world or impact the world?
I think we're moving in a day of age, especially with AI, where it's just so crazy. And, I'm not going to make this too political, but it's specifically, especially in the Black and brown communities, is that I don't think we're taking AI serious. Man, the corporations, the government, the banks aren't even taking AI serious. When I say, do you know about it? They're like, ChatGPT, yeah. But, it's deeper than that. I mean, we're talking about deep fakes, deep machine learning. And by the time we get into quantum computing, I just don't see why Octaply cannot be the spearhead to allow the bridge between the common public and the corporations to come together, because it's making things more visible. It's putting more people on the forefront. And honestly, in a sense, we spend a lot of time and labor, even me as a business owner, us, the amount of time with Validify and Fentali, we went through 200 applications through just the one post.
Man.
On the other one, 300. Imagine if I had an AI tool where I could just snap my fingers and say, give me the best output. Guys, I literally spent 7 days. I spent over 73 hours between me, you, and Chris actually doing interviews from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yeah,
if I had AI to do that for me, to just give me the best resume, host a call, and they just talk to a bot and they say, this is a good guy, this is a bad person, based on communication skills, based on the resume, based on the personality, based on punctuality, even down to the fact that were they on time for the Zoom meeting, were they at the Zoom meeting 3 minutes after, or were they in that call 3 minutes earlier? All these little things as you're scaling the company are very important. Yeah. And I think Octaply can be the indicator. I think Octaply is going to be more than just a job application tool and a job assistant bot. I see us working with Fortune 1000, Fortune 500, and even Fortune 5000 companies, even the smaller companies, to where we can come in and we can integrate AI to automate that integration process, automate that education process, automate that onboarding process, because some of these companies are still spending billions of dollars on a manual, archaic, outdated onboarding system optimization and systems process with the way they work with their employees, with the way they work with their staff, with the way they work with their back-end office and back-end engine systems. Like, all this stuff is so outdated. So nonetheless, to answer your question, so I'm going to rant, is that I think Octaply is going to be the bridge and the tool to allow us to innovate small business, mid-sized business, and national corporations. And hopefully international corporations.
Yeah. No, man, I agree entirely. And I love that you went that angle. You actually went a completely different direction than I thought you were going to go. And I'm happy you did that. And I would say for me, because of course I'm always thinking about this and I'm thinking about, man, how this is going to impact the world. And one of the things that I love about it, aside from the pieces you touched on, is I think about people that are either like when they lose their jobs or they're just in the market to try to get jobs, and how, again, it's like a job just to get a job, and people that oftentimes have to spend, anywhere between an hour to 3 hours every day sitting there applying, where they're missing out on time from spending time with their friends, their family. They're missing out because it's one thing to, like, financially, usually when you're trying to get a job, it's because, like, financially you're strapped or you're trying to get more. And that in and of itself is already stressful. But to add to the stress of you not being able to spend quality time with your loved ones, being able to spend even quality time or just time beefing up your skill set or your certifications, because you have to spend all of this time applying and all of this time looking over the companies and researching the companies and fixing up your resume for each individual company. And what I love about Octaply is how it's going to transform the world to where when someone's like, okay, I need to get a job, or I just lost my job, or whatever it is, maybe their business failed and they said, okay, in the meantime, I need to get a career. Instead of them saying, I have to now dedicate 10 hours a week, 15 hours a week away from my friends, away from my family, away from the things that I love, to applying for a job. Now they can literally just press a button
and get that
Octaply
career.
Can do all that work for them and then some, while they're continuing doing the things that they love, continuing being with their loved ones, continuing doing the things they're passionate about, and or just focusing on beefing up their skill set, which again, Octaply will be able to kind of update the resume with that new skill set.
As time goes, as you grow, as your career change. And I even think of it on a deeper level, just because it's just how my brain works, which is economics. For consumers, for the world to go around, consumers need to have a job, to make capital, to spend money at other businesses, to, of course, circle it back around to the end point. And I also think of this, like, we're moving in a day and age where I also don't realize that people are not seeing AI providing more value. Like, I'm seeing all these negative fear mongering instead of positive fear mongering.
That's true.
So, for example, we see the videos where the AI have the robots moving the shipping containers, or Amazon is laying off workers, or McDonald's are getting rid of cooks. But then at the same time, people aren't realizing, like, everyone's complaining about bare minimum wages, quality wages. So the fact that AI is replacing the guys who's flipping the burger to make him and give him the opportunity to work on the machine that's flipping the burger.
Yes.
The reason that AI is replacing the person who has to slave 12 to 15. I mean, I worked at Amazon when I was in college. I worked 12 to 13 hour shifts while going to college, where you can be on a call and people don't understand all of the encompassing things. For example, there's a guy that made these cups. There's a guy that made this table. There's a guy that made that neon sign. There's a guy that made the little phone thing on this mic. They're all millionaires. Or somewhere near, I would assume.
Yeah.
Or the IP behind that is worth millions.
Yeah.
So even if you can't be the guy smart enough to go do the computer programming, you can work on the actual machine itself. If you can't work on the actual machine itself, you can be working at that call center that needs to call their rep out. If you can't work at that call center, you can be the one working on the operations of actually hiring those people. I don't think people understand that this is actually a great labor shift. I call it the great reset of labor, or the great labor reset. And I think this has been one of the most beneficial factors, because you got the 1920s where the Great Depression came, where people needed money. Then you got 2008 where the recession came. Then you got 2012, where we had all these other things with the terrorists and the economics of the downfall of the government and all these other things, and the burning the banks out and all these other things. And now we're going into that again with Silicon Valley and all these other things. And people aren't seeing this as the great labor reset. And that's what I really want to term it. AI is giving us more power. This is not, like I said, not to get too political, but this is where people don't realize that whether you're a single father, single mother, mother of 10, mother of one, father of 10, whatever your creed, nationality, or race is, this AI is giving you the power above government, the power above control, the power above resources, the power above value, the power above currency. AI is bringing real value. And with Octaply, once again, we're giving you that autonomous, streamlined, go-to-market strategy in a sense, or go-to-employment strategy, not go-to-market, but we're giving you a go-to-employment strategy to where at a simple, nice resume, whether you're illiterate, literate, you're not the best with words, you are the best with words, it doesn't matter. This tool is going to give you exactly what you need and understand your strong points and your weak points and put you in a position you need to win. And nonetheless, I say that to say that because while people are going to be laid off, that's going to be a new job when that job was ended, and someone's going to need to work that job.
Yes.
There's going to be new skill sets that are going to be needed. You may not be able to go to school for that school. I mean, you don't have to go to school for a specific skill set. Skill sets can be gained through experience. So, I feel like I know that Octaply is going to be that tool and that bridge to actually get every person in America an actual job and career. And the good thing about that, most people say, well, the government isn't set for everybody to work a job. No, they want you to work a job because you get those taxes taken out.
Yeah.
They want you to be able to spend that capital other places. It's the circle of life here in America and just honestly worldwide. So I see Octaply being beneficial because I have three things. A product, and I call it the resource triangle. Every time I come on, I got my little metaphor.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I call it the resource triangle. When you have a product that, when you have a triangle, it benefits the community, it benefits the environment, and it benefits the economics of those two, or the people around it. It's a successful.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic.
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/zip to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ12. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ12 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/kidsandfamily. Just go to Indeed.com/kidsandfamily right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Product. So when you have those 3 indicators, and so Octaply benefits the economy, it benefits the people in that economy, and it benefits the resources around that and its environment. So when you bring that triangle together and you put Octaply right in the middle, it's holding that all together. I just don't see that when you have a product, and once again, anyone can become a millionaire by finding a problem and solution. I said this the last episode.
I remember that, yeah.
Anyone, any of you found a problem, you tired of waking up, or you oversleep on your alarm clock and you make an idea for it, you're a millionaire. Whatever it may be. You're late to every meeting you go to, you're a millionaire. You don't see, tens of millions until you actually create something that's impactful for someone else. Anyone can find problems and create solutions for it and become a millionaire. But until you actually create a product that is impactful and assistive and allows growth and development within ourselves and other people is when you see true value. And I feel like the money and the capital, the product's going to make that.
Yeah.
But to actually allow other people to make money, allowing other people to make capital, those are more connections and more values and more resources you can bring back to the table and leverage them to make your life better, to make their life better, to make the next person's life better. And nonetheless, I say that all in all because when I get to thinking about Octaply, I can't just think about applying for jobs. I can't just think about economics. I can't just think about politics. I can't think about policy. Like, there's so many other moving pieces when it comes to Octaply on the back end that I think at a larger scale that I see this beyond making millions of dollars in IPO. I see this as a industry disruptor. You know,
Oh, definitely.
And I can't, you know, when we talked about the last product, it was more blue ocean. This one is more so industry disruption, because now we're the new normal. We're the new tone.
Yeah, definitely.
We're the new get me roses and open my door for me.
Yeah.
Like if they aren't doing this is the bare minimum, then they're not doing enough. And I see that's where Octaply is going to be.
Man, that's a perfect statement to kind of lead into the question I was thinking of, where we talk about the new norm. And we think about, like, everyone knows, of course, I'm always like promoting different tech boot camps, encouraging that usually over college. I'm super pro education, but it's like, yo, like you don't have to spend 4 years getting an education just to get a six figure career. And we think about boot camps and how they're incredibly valuable. But of course, there's a piece that many of them are missing, where even after someone does a boot camp, they have to do a lot of work to still get a job in tech. What would you say is the value of Octaply for not even just boot camps, but I mean, even college, the same thing. Someone graduates college, they get a degree, they're happy, but now they have to figure out how to get a job. Like, what would you say is the value of Octaply for colleges and boot camps?
So one, I want to touch on the first point, which is the education piece. And this is just being very blunt. I have a GED, but I also have an associate's and I have a bachelor's, top of my class. And I have my associates in applied science and technology. I have my bachelor's in aviation. You put me in a plane, we probably not gonna make it. And that just goes to say that a lot of people don't understand the value of being inclined or having the inclination for something, and then actually having the physical capability or aptitude to do something.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important when we talk about a skill set, is that you don't have to go to school, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to get inclination and application together in one. To be able to know something is one thing, but to be able to know something and apply it is different.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, even on the last episode, yes, I probably didn't say things that were grammatically or technically correct, but I've never went to school for tech. I don't know anything about tech. I just know business and how to make the things work. You may say, well, oh my gosh, you said Python and JSON and those two things don't even work together. Who cares? I don't know. I know it works. I figure out how to make it work. But the point is that I want to, the inspiration of what we're doing just goes to show that you don't need school. To go to the second thing, which is, how does this benefit people who are in school, whether you're in college or trade school?
Oh, no, not the people that are in school. How does it benefit the boot camps or colleges?
Okay. So actually that kind of goes in what I was about to say, is like, whether you are in school or not in school, college, boot camp, third-party trade program, whatever it is, it benefits them because it allows you to accelerate people within those programs. Because in my understanding, these boot camps benefit from these people actually taking these programs and going to actually get careers.
Yeah, because they're able to put up on there, hey, 85%. Like, I don't promote any boot camp that doesn't have at least an 80% success rate, or at
of
least
actually getting them employed.
Yeah, but that's really hard. And there's boot camps that I've had to stop promoting because their success rate dropped down to like 65 or 60%. And of course, the issue that most of these boots, I know some of the founders of different boot camps, the issue that many of them deal with is they're like, man, we give people all these tools and we even give them insight and education on how to get a job. But they're like, man, people don't realize that even with this education it takes, because you're competing to get these roles.
Yes.
And so that's one of the issues that boot camps deal with. So yeah, it looks really good on it when people are getting jobs.
So even if we talk about like, if I were to say right now, if like gun to my head, like say something that is valuable to boot camps, recruiters, staffing agencies, and just people that are thinking about going to school. Most people are graduating right out of high school. They're usually working before they even graduate. Some of them never get the opportunity and chance to graduate because they have so many responsibilities at home. Then the ones that do graduate, when they go to trade school, they don't finish because they have responsibilities at home. They have children. Life kicks in. Most people don't graduate college because of life. And the biggest thing when we say life, those 4-letter words all fall on capital, income, making money. So we're able to give them that bridge they need before you worry about a trade school, before you worry about graduating college, before you have to worry about tuition. Octaply is benefiting you there. That's pre-college, pre-trade school, pre-skill program that you're going to sign up for. Now, when it comes to the boot camps, this benefits the boot camps because even before they're passed over to that boot camp, they have stability. So now they have free time to actually to spend time to actually take these boot camps.
Yeah.
They have free time to actually afford these boot camps. So in the benefit of the boot camp, which is freedom, because from what I've just watched, even just through my personal network of friends, they spend so much time. Like I had one friend spend $5,000 in a boot camp. It took him almost a month to actually sit down and learn all the material, go back to it. He took the test, he failed, had to go back, took the test again, passed. But then even then, he spent almost 2 months applying for jobs.
Yeah.
Then waited another 2 months. He's still working at Walmart. He just got his first job offer and he can't even start until midwinter. So even when we're talking about the actual onboarding periods of when these jobs, so there's so many things. But just imagine with Octaply, if just mind you, it's just a couple of months ago. If this product was ready, he could have went on there. It could have been doing the back end work for him while he's still working at Walmart. And once he gets that job, he's hired. Now he has the capital to go get a premium boot camp and actually has the free time because he's only working 4 or 5 hours a day from home remotely, where he can actually have that free time to actually now take this boot camp, 100% focus on it, and actually pass his tests or pass his aptitude programs and move forward to get his certifications to get that better job. So in a sense, specifically the boot camps for me, I know you have your angles from where you see it, and our other partners have their angles, but for me, I just more so see it as an assistive tool to work alongside the boot camps to get them ready to be able to work better and more efficiently. And then this is beneficial to the boot camps now because now they can raise those prices, they can raise those values because they know these peers are ready to come in and not only pay but learn. What is the value of taking a boot camp if I can't actually take what's coming from it because I'm too busy with life?
Exactly.
And now those rates begin to drop. So that's where I see the value, between the boot camps and when, I've kind of given the value on the trade schools and the colleges. I feel like this helps them also too because now we're giving them their ideal students, their ideal avatar of who actually wants to go and pay that tuition and be at that institution.
Yeah.
And then even to the recruiters, because I've seen a few on the comments, I kind of wanted to address this. It was driving me nuts because the recruiters were feeling like this was a tool to put them out of business. And it's not.
I don't know why they. Yeah,
it's helping you. You guys make capital from securing jobs, and you guys get capital from those contracts that are secured. We're bringing you better candidates for those contracts. Yeah. You're bringing you better candidates for those jobs. We're automating the process for you to even find those people, so you're not having to go through resumes, look at third-party software systems to see who ranked in the algorithm, actually getting on unnecessary monotonous Zoom calls. We're automating that process for you.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of recruiters and boot camps or people that associate boot camps getting to go, oh my gosh, they're using bots. This is so wrong. But the whole point is to give employment and give value.
Yes,
so we're not working against the cause, we're working with the cause. We're just making the cause more efficient. And I think that's what is very important with what's helping the boot camps, the recruiters, and the schools.
Yeah. Looking for a job in tech can be tricky, but what if there's a way to automate the entire process? That's where Octaply.ai comes in. See, this software does all the work it takes for you to get hired, from researching companies to scheduling interviews. And all you have to do is just show up. Octaply.ai is the first application of its kind that will find jobs that you're top applicant for, apply to roles, reformat your resume, and manages interviews all while you sleep. So if you're tired of the tedious job search, try Octaply.ai today and let technology work for you.
Man, so with that, let's actually go off of that. How can recruiters, influencers, or different people, like how can they actually like benefit or partner with Octaply? Because you've already spoken, obviously Octaply benefits them because recruiters spend a significant amount of time like trying to find proper candidates, where Octaply is able to assist them with that just in terms of their job or role. But even outside of their job, how can influencers, like tech influencers like myself, or recruiters, how can they actually come along and partner with Octaply?
I think when it comes to the perspective of recruiters, I think it helps them because they're able to get a residual income. It's not conflicting with their current employment. It's not competitive with their current employment. It assists them with ranking better employment and retention with their current company. Like let's say they work at Microsoft. Let's say a Microsoft recruiter, for example. And the more efficient your employees are, the more efficient your products are. The more efficient your products are, the more efficient your company is. So I think when it comes specifically for recruiters, using this tool to actually automate that process for them and introducing this to the small tech startups, the mid-sized tech companies, and even the larger tech enterprises, the Fortune 5,000, 1,000, and 500s, I know for a fact that a lot of recruiters can partner with us and actually using this tool themselves. So using this tool themselves and creating those contractor partnerships with those places of employments that you have now, whether you're recruiting for Microsoft, you're recruiting for Williams-Sonoma, you're recruiting for Sony, whatever it may be. So that's where I see the value in recruiters. And when it comes to influencers, you guys talk about products all day, all day. But all those products beneficial to you, remember that triangle. Are they beneficial to you, your environment, and everything economically and all those resources around it? This product allows you to make residual while benefiting others and bringing more brand integrity to your program. And walking on ice as I say this is that, from the experience I've heard, some boot camps are more successful than others. Yeah. Some boot camps deliver and falsely promise. Some of them are 100% promise, but that's all on the actual person or the team behind that boot camp. And when it comes to this isn't a product that you have to push that's a maybe or an if. It's doing exactly what it needs to do, which is find employment. So that brings you your brand integrity, because imagine it's you as an influencer that has a following of 10,000, 100,000, or even 1,000 people, but 80% of those 1,000 people are organically following you every day. And those 80% of those 1,000 people, which is 800 people, can go and get a job and come back and say, yo, I'm making 6 figures. And honestly, I'm tired of the 6-figure thing either. Because in Memphis, Tennessee, where I'm from, if you're making $65,000 a year, you're living comfortably. You're in one of the nicest places to drive. You're driving a new car, and you're going out every weekend. And honestly, you may be able to call and tell your boss every once in a while, I don't want to come in today. That's how much money you making. So I think that also we need to get an understanding of everybody's not going to be a millionaire, and everybody's, when we say 6 figures, that is literally $100,000 and $999,999.99. It's 6 figures. Yeah. And I don't think people understand that for someone to come and say, yo, I'm making $50,000 in college. I'm making $50,000 before I graduate high school. I'm making $50,000 with 3 children that I didn't have before because I was working 2 jobs. Yeah. Those are the things that matter. Yeah, definitely. Cyrus, I'm making $80,000 now, and I was making 50. But also the AI taught me to continue to live off that same salary. And I wanted to start my own podcast. I wanted to start my own business. Yes. And I took that extra $20,000 post-tax to start my own business, to start my own venture. Yeah. These are the things that also are very valuable to Octaply. And why it's beneficial to the influencers, because the influencers are also able to bring that value out and make things more resourceful for their consumers, for their audience, and also bring that brand integrity to themselves.
So for the person listening and watching right now, and they're like, okay, yo, I already work in tech. It's like, how does Octaply benefit me? I work in tech. I'm not an influencer. I'm not trying to market or promote Octaply. It's like, I'm interested, but it's like, how does this really benefit or help me? I already have a job in tech.
If you're already in tech, so let's just talk about the everyday person. Yeah. Whether you have 300 followers, 300,000 followers, 300,000 followers, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. You're already in tech, you already have a career. There's always a level up. There's always a next step up. Yeah, that's the good thing about Octaply is you can, once again, give your current resume, your current job position, and feed it things that are not specific or NDA-able to the companies, but feed it things that can actually know to learn your business model, and it'll give you all the tools and resources to allow you to become more efficient in that current job or find better job placement for you. Yeah. That's 1. 2, let's say you are working for Google, where you're seeing a fast, productive, large growing environment every day. You probably see 30 to 50 people on average, if not a day, a week. Mm-hmm. You're probably in team meetings with other people from other sister parent companies every other day, maybe 8 to 10 people, if not 3 to 4 times a day, almost every day. These are other people you can say, yo, Cyrus, you're in Google, right? How long you been here? Oh man, I've been here about a year. You ever thought about like advancing? Like, what's holding you back? Oh, well, Google has this new program and I haven't had time to take the certification and the skills to train for it because I've been so busy. Well, have you heard about Octaply? Oh no. Here's my referral link. Go and sign up now. It's going to go ahead and give you the things you need to not only assist you and educate you, but find you better placement within your job. The next question may be, well, now you're pushing them outside of the company because what if it finds another job outside of that company? Well, guess what? We can create these affiliate links specifically structured to what you want to deliver that person that you're affiliating to or marketing to. So if you're saying like, yo, I don't want it to step outside of Google. Well, guess what? We're going to have it assist with either Google or Google parent companies. So when that affiliate link is given out, that person knows that it is only specifically helping them grow in that current environment with those current resources. And that's another value within Octaply also. And that's another thing that I know people may ask is, well, if I'm already in tech and I'm a recruiter, I don't want them leaving the same job that I got them on. Yes, it may improve them or give them better opportunity. But what if that better opportunity is at a competitor's environment or a competitor's job? The good thing about Octaply is we're able to structure that environment within our affiliate dashboard and our affiliate systems to where it won't do that. So we have so many other moving pieces, once again, that I, of course, can't cram all into this podcast. But nonetheless, to answer the question, if you're already in tech, it can give you a better tech job, advance you in your current career, and assist your team around you to be more efficient and optimized. So if you do work in a team-style environment, that allows you guys to produce more and be more productive, so you can get those bonuses, you can get that extra PTO, you can get those extra stock options, you can get that extra value within your company, and you can be that superstar of your team, your company, and your organization.
Man, you did a phenomenal job breaking that down. And I mean, as y'all can hear, like there's so much to Octaply, just incredible amount of value. So I'm sure y'all can tell by now, like why I'm so excited to be a part of this. Now, you said something earlier where you were talking about how many black and brown people many people in the black and brown community are either ignorant when it comes to everything that's happening with AI or just not really paying attention. But then there's also the side where people that do know about it are just very terrified because they see what's happening with the AI boom and they see how they're like, oh man, this is either going to replace my job or it's just replace me. And one of the things that I love about Octaply is that this is AI that isn't replacing anyone. This is AI that actually is assisting you, because it kind of creates a world to where, like, I kind of think about, you know, like I have like a weird like Terminator analogy, where it's like, okay, you look at Terminator, like whether we talk about the first Terminator versus the second one, and it's like when the T-1000 came, the only way to actually fight the T-1000, you need a Terminator.
Yes.
And it's like we're stepping into a day and age where it's like the only way to really be able to be proficient and efficient and competitive today against technology is to leverage technology
to work against or with technology.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm so incredibly excited about Octaply, because it's like we're not going to be able to stop the wave of everything that's happening. Like, it's just impossible. It's happening. But it's like for us to be able to provide a tool where it's like, man, this is actually going to allow people to be able to either, one, stay in their position, get new positions they didn't have before, but also even advance them in their careers.
And this is the time where we're seeing a true shift. Now, FU money. We had times where we had FU money and then true shifts. Crypto, FU money. People got rich, people got broke.
Yeah.
Pandemic, FU money, people got rich, people got broke. NFTs, people got rich, people got broke. But those were not worldly, global, economical shifts.
Yeah.
When I say economical shifts, I'm talking Y2K, when the internet came and everyone was scared because no one understood how the internet worked and we believed it. Or 2008, where the housing market tanked because of the subprime mortgages.
Yeah.
Or the 1920s, where they gave out more money than they actually had. This is a time where there's going to be a true shift from your money, from your job, to the way you just use the internet, from the way you live, from the way you receive entertainment, from the way you even socialize and network and date and love, all these things. So nonetheless, yes, I think Black and brown communities should sincerely take AI for what it is. It is nothing to be scared of. It's nothing we can do. We were scared of the internet and it was still here. Oh, get it on the email. Even down the Uber. We were just talking about when the Uber. Who was going to get in a car with a stranger 5 years ago? When I was in college, I wasn't going to get in the car with this guy. I don't even know him.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get in the car. We don't even know this guy. We don't even talk to them.
Yeah.
Dating through a phone where you would never see anyone, and you go out the country, you link up for the first time without even knowing if this person is really real. It's the same thing with AI. It's not going to stop.
Yeah, it's not.
And those influencers and those gurus and those entrepreneurs and those everyday consumers and everyday peoples and the businesses that ignore it, they're going to be left in the dust. It's the people that actually take AI serious. And you don't have to be a business owner to understand the value of AI. If you go shop for groceries, you're going to be dealing with AI. If you have a babysitter, you're going to be dealing with AI. If you walk dogs, you're going to be dealing with AI. And honestly, from half the stuff you've posted, shoot, it looks like AI is going to be giving me my haircut soon, so I don't have to be rushing here like I did today. So it's like, AI is not going anywhere. Even down to how we film when we podcast, AI is going to be there. And, even with, the guy that's filming, is that, how can I integrate AI into my current structure and my current setup?
Yeah, we look at that all the time.
I don't want to use AI. I'm going to just continue to just create more creative, proprietary ways to film. Well, guess what? AI just replaced that. Midjourney is so close to replicating creativity within a human that at that point, your creativity is no different than the AI's creativity. So what can you do to implement that creativity or that value from AI in your current platform? And nonetheless, I don't see why AI won't be building houses and fixing roofs on houses and being an electrician in the next 50 years.
It's already starting. There's some companies.
Yeah, I'm seeing AI build houses.
They're doing all of that. And so, man, I love everything you're talking about, bro. You're actually dropping more nuggets than I'm actually really happy I didn't do this by myself, and I wouldn't have done this by myself. But of course, in my mind, it's like, I could just kind of talk about Octaply, let everybody know things about it, as I'm already doing on my page. But just the value of having this conversation, I think, is dope, because the things that you're talking about when it comes to Octaply and it comes to AI are things that I'm already knowledgeable about. But we're able to both talk about the things that we're passionate about and we're excited about what we're doing with Octaply. Man, definitely want to let y'all know, because I've been getting a lot of messages like this, a lot of DMs, a lot of comments of different influencers or recruiters where people are saying, hey, like, can we partner with Octaply? Like, can we, be able to help people use this or promote this to different people? And yeah, the answer is yes. If y'all missed what TorI was saying earlier, we definitely are. I'm open to recruiters, tech influencers, people that are like myself. Your audience size really doesn't matter. If, of course, you see the value of Octaply, you see how this is going to be a blessing, it's going to benefit people, and you're like, man, I would love to come alongside, tell people about it. But as you're doing that, y'all know what I'm about. I tell people all the time, like, I'm going to promote boot camps, but I'm going to make sure that I'm not giving just free marketing, free promotion. I'm going to make sure I'm going to get a cut on the back end from these boot camps as well while I'm doing that, despite me believing in it I'm going to make sure that I'm getting mine as well. Likewise, we have the same belief when it comes to Octaply as well. So definitely, if you believe in it, if you love what it is that we're doing, you want to come alongside, definitely partner with us, promote it, all that good stuff, but also understand that we do have affiliate availability. So I just want to give you all a heads up about that. But man, as we're about to wrap up, TorI, bro, you've dropped a lot of bombs, bro. Share with people, I guess, anything else that you didn't have the opportunity to mention, whether it's about Octaply or just even
sign
things
up for
Octaply.
I don't care if you work at McDonald's, just sign up for it. This is an employee, a marketing employee. It's truly helping people. So just go sign up. So it'll already be open. You
We've already got about 1,000 people already that are waiting for it to sign up for it. So just for clarity for people that are listening, because y'all know I'm really big on transparency. So Octaply, so it has different tiers when it comes to Octaply. So to sign, literally with signing up to Octaply, of course, there is a free trial period. So that way you're able to utilize it. It's able to start applying to jobs for you, all that good stuff. After the trial period ends, the initial sign up is $600.
Yes.
And then if you continue on with Octaply, it does have a monthly recurring fee that, depending on the tier, it won't be $600, but depending on the tier, will be something that's entirely different. But I'm not gonna lie, one of the things we talked about is that we recognize that we have it set up in a way that our goal is that people don't have to continue month after month. Our goal is to make sure that it's valuable in a way, and it's bringing enough job opportunities in a way. They're like, yo, literally within that first month, at least by second month, our goal is that as long as you're able to interview properly, which again, Octaply assists with that, then, and there's actually something else I want to talk to you offline that I want us to include in there that'll help people even more. But either way, we have it set up to where it's really able to get people amazing careers as quickly as possible.
Sign up and take advantage of the free trial period. Seriously, like I said,
Yeah.
not a ploy to sell. Even if you use the free trial period and say, all right,
I'm trying to sell it because it's going to change the world.
But if you're an opportunist, just go use them free days. Use the free days, and you might get a job off those free days, which is even better, But yes, use the free day period. But I'm guarantee you that when they sign up when you sign up and you guys sign up for the free trial period, that you'll be satisfied and you're going to stay.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ12. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ12 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ13. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ13 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.